Hi, so today I'm going to be doing a book review on Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore, a novel by Robin Sloan. Now, I absolutely loved this book, so let me get started on telling you what it's about. So this book follows Clay, and he is a designer, and his old job that he was working at went out of business. So on the way of looking for a new job, he finds a job at Mr. Penumbra's 24-hour bookstore, and so he gets a job there and he works the night shift there, as yes, it is literally a 24-hour bookstore, and it is amazing. Alright, the way this bookstore is described is absolutely gorgeous. You know, there are books as high as you can imagine up the ceiling. You can't even see the roof because there are so many books, and it's just, Robin Sloan just has a way with words, and I reckon this book is just for every book lover. You know, if you love books, I reckon you will love this book. So yeah, as I was saying, this book follows Clay as he gets a job at this 24-hour bookstore, but he realizes pretty quickly on that not many customers come in, nobody really purchases anything, and so he doesn't really know how the bookstore is making money per se, and some of the customers he does get really in late at night tend to borrow out books from out the back, which he's not meant to look at these books and everything, so he doesn't really know what's going on. And it turns out there's a little bit of a mystery on hand here. So Clay decides, with the help of his friends, to investigate what's going on, and they uncover this great big secret that's going on in this bookstore and throughout other bits of the world too. And it's really interesting and great. There's lots of codes and secrets, and it's really interesting, and it has like something to do with eternal life and everything, and I don't know, it's just really great. Clay himself as a main character is really funny, and he's really smart too. Obviously he's a designer, and he's just a really great character to read about. He has a friend also named Kat. Now she works at Google, you know, tech savvy nerd and everything. She's really funny and great, and she was just a really good character. It was really refreshing to read about, you know, a geeky nerd, and that's great. And I love how this book goes from talking about old books and everything to, you know, to use stuff like Google and everything. I love the transition that this book makes. Kat's not his only friend. He has two other friends who are also quite tech savvy, and they help him along the way discover, you know, the secret and everything. Mr. Penumbra himself too is really great. He's a really interesting character, and this book is just filled with really interesting and evolved characters that you read about in this story. I feel like if you're tech savvy, or if you're really into books, or a bit of both, you will absolutely love this book. And the story is just utterly fantastic too, and the characters are great as well. I don't really see anything wrong with this book. I absolutely really loved it, and the way that Robin Sloan describes things is just absolutely gorgeous. This was the first contemporary book I've picked up in quite a while. I've been reading a lot of paranormal dystopian books recently, and I think this was a great transition back into contemporary, and I really, really recommend it, especially if you've been on that contemporary slump like I was. I think this is a great way to get back into it. So yeah, in the end, I'm going to rate this book 4.5 out of 5 stars, maybe even 5 stars. I just absolutely love this book, and I would definitely recommend it if it sounds interesting to you. And also just, I mean, look at the cover. It's books. The cover is books. I mean, you can't go wrong with this book. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you've read this book and what you thought of it, or if it sounds interesting to you. And like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you would like more book reviews from me, and I'll see you next time.